Okay.
And we are recording. Let's go. It's been a while. Welcome back to PongalCast, the podcast that makes zero sense. My name is Madhav, and with me here is Ashvin. This is probably the fifth time we're doing this. We tried multiple times yesterday, but Madhav's internet was trash, and eventually I just got lazy. And now, hopefully, it will work. So, Madhav, how's your day been? Are you doing your holiday homework right now?
Discovered
Oh my
some
god, your internet's bad again.
very depressing
This is happening for like
yes.
every
And I
time.
found the day
I can't.
someone had
I
the
did not hear anything, Madhav. It was all lagging.
okay. The other day I discovered some disturbing news. You
Okay.
could call it depressing also.
I feel like I know what this is
Someone
going.
had the audacity to shit myself.
Why are you so obsessed with this meme? This is like the fifth time you're telling it to me.
The audacity! I don't. This is the fifth time we're recording. Someone, I don't know who, but they shit myself.
You're
Like,
still lagging, by the
come
way.
on,
It's
man.
not as bad, but you are still lagging.
Man,
This is
couldn't
this
shit
is
in
gonna be a
peace.
pain. This is gonna be a pain to listen to, just audio wise. I mean, even in video. So, anyways, it's been a while because we had exams and stuff. Now it's like summer vacations have started. Madhav just went off camera. Great. So summer vacations just started.
I think this might help. I'm not sure.
Okay, you're clear now. Wait, what do you mean might
Bruh,
help? Like without video?
if I turn off my video,
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
that's fine. It's fine. Anyways, you've only turned on your video like once in the past few episodes, so okay, so
What's the date today? Monday, right? I'm freaking out.
yes, it's Monday.
Ah.
Why?
Okay, I need to write the date of my practical entry
Okay,
journal
okay. So
ledger.
while Madhav's doing that, so the reason we haven't done one of these is because we obviously had exams and stuff, and now vacations have started, and we still have a shitload of work. Science students specifically
He
have a
was
shitload
just
of work.
lazy.
No, but like, also I wanted right before
I
we
literally
get
had to
into
walk away for the dramatic effect.
right
Okay.
right before we move on to the whatever we're doing, because it's not planned. I just wanted to say that like a small update on the DumbAsh content. DumbAsh will be taking a semi break. I will be having a break on the channel. I will not be posting as much content.
Uh,
I will still
I
be
didn't hear anything you said.
oh great.
I heard I will be taking a break from this channel. Before that,
That's
anything you said was not.
that's pretty much all I said importantly. I will be taking a
Okay.
break, kind of. I will still be uploading PongalCast stuff, which I don't need to edit. But the thing is, right now I am not in the mood for editing, and like, I don't want to do things that
Okay, just a fair
I
warning. I'm gonna scream at my mother real quick. You continue.
just mute. Okay, so
Ma, are you watching Netflix? Can you not? It's really slow. Please.
is this your definition of screaming? That was just talking loudly. Madhav, considering that I've known you for like years, that is not how you scream.
Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, continue.
Okay, so yeah, so all edited content won't be as prominent. I'll try to upload some, but like doing things that I don't like will eventually make things worse for me and for the channel, because when I don't like something, it won't be as enjoyable for other people as well, because it shows that I'm not really into the video. So that's why I want my creative process to be like focused so that I can make the best possible content. I have a lot of videos that I have planned which I can edit, but I just don't want to edit right now. I'm mostly in the mood for music. I'm working on my project, my mixtape, and like a lot of work on that. So that's why I am not going to be editing as much videos. I'll try to edit some. I'll probably scrap many ideas that I had, like the bloopers for the dance day. I don't think I'll upload that because it's honestly it's not that good of a video. Like I'm trying to change the way DumbAsh is going because it's not the way I started. Like when I first started DumbAsh, I envisioned more like my like focused on me. Like that sounds kind of selfish, but like focused on like stuff that I want to do. But eventually it became like me and my friends, which I'm okay with. But like the stuff which was like I wanted to do kind of like got thrown out, and like I focused on stuff that other people wanted to do. I want to focus on stuff that I want to do as well now, so we're going with that. So that's out of the way. First thing I want to talk about, Mouth is going to be silent for most of this episode because he does not want to talk about this that much. I want to talk about
Not
what
that I don't want to, I just don't know how to
yeah,
sort of say
basically,
anything.
yeah. I will still ask your opinion on stuff. Like it's not like it's stuff that you will have like your own personal opinion about. So the fact is, let me just clear things away. I am a huge Kanye West fan. I love his
Oh boy.
music. I love
Oh no.
all his stuff. But but there's a very important thing that you have to understand when it comes to music: separating the art from the artist. I do like Kanye as a person as well, but I do not agree with all his views. So just because I like his music does not mean I'm a fan of everything he does and I will support him no matter what. That is not how it works. That being said, that being clarified, Kanye was running for president. A lot of problems are happening, not just with Kanye doing this, but like with the reactions. And I wanted to talk about it because it is spreading misinformation and ruining both parties, like people who support him and people who don't. And just to be clear, I don't want him to be president, not because I don't think he has good ideals. I actually believe he has more focused ideals than both the presidential candidates, the major ones, Biden and Trump. I think he would actually be better than them if he actually knew how to do politics. But he's just started, and the same thing was with Trump, and look what happened to him now. Like, he doesn't know shit. And I feel like the same thing would happen with Kanye as well, because he doesn't know politics. He has ideas, but he needs to execute them, and he needs to like have relations with other countries, and I don't think he's ready for that. And second, he has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and like he's always been an advocate for mental health as well. So like he knows he has mental health, and he often has public breakdowns due to the stress of the music industry. So having the stress of being the president of an entire country will not be good for him at all. So this is just a kind of a rash decision made by him. I appreciate what he's doing, but I would not support him if I was American. That being said, a lot of people have been talking about a lot of fake news. A
The
lot
future
of
is now.
a lot of fake news. It's like I want to bring this up. Like I saw a Twitter post. I need to find it. So wait 1 second. I have to switch on my Wi-Fi because I switched it off in case there was a problem with the Zoom call. Okay. It's here. Let me go here. Okay, here we go. So there's this tweet saying, just a reminder about the kind of person Kanye West is. Kanye West suggests African American slavery was a choice. This is a headline. Kanye West speaks out against abortion. Thou shalt not kill. Again, that's a headline. All these are headlines. Kanye West joins anti-LGBTQ plus pastor on massive prayer rally. And Kanye West comes out as sexual abuse apologist. The last two are completely false. Like, you can Google it, check the facts. I'm not sure. Like, I don't have exact proof on the fourth one. I know it's false, but I don't have actual proof. But the third one, what actually happened was Kanye West was in a prayer rally with an anti-LGBTQ plus pastor. However, when he found out about this pastor being the same, he asked the authorities to take him off the rally. So he was not in support of it. He just didn't know, and when he found out, he actually tried to get him out of it. The second one, about abortion, yes, that is something he said, and I do not agree with it per se, but that is his opinion. And I don't think you should not vote for somebody because he has an opinion different from. Obviously, if you don't want to vote for him, don't vote for him. That it's as simple as that. But like people who are voting for it obviously understand what he's trying, like what he said. And the first one, the most important one, African American slavery was a choice. That is not what he said. That is absolutely the opposite of what he said. First of all, he said, I will, I'll just say like in short. Um, so what he said was, in a summary, that African Americans were mentally enslaved for 400 years. And that wasn't always because of the white people forcing them. That was a part. But they kind of mentally enslaved themselves in this because of the white society putting this on them, and they caused themselves to put chains on themselves and think about them in that way. And if you even listen to it, they're like it's clear because slavery went on for 200 years. That's like approximately 200 years. So when he says 400 years, he means even after the abolishment of slavery, this the African Americans were still having that mindset in their head, and that's what he was trying to say. Yes, the way he said it was not worded properly. I completely agree. I do not agree with the statement he said, but I understand what he was trying to say. That's the difference. A lot of people misinterpret what he said and just make it he thinks slavery was a choice. That is not what he said. He never even said slavery was a choice, those words together. He never said those. You can go check the TMC interview. He never said those together. So, all this put together, um, one of my friends, I'm not going to say his name obviously, I already spoke to Madhav about who it is. One of my friends posted a story about this. I'm pretty sure they don't watch my videos, but they do follow my spam account. So
Bruh.
I'm not sure if they'll watch this, but just to be clear, when I was talking to you, if you're watching this, when I was talking to you, I meant no hate. I meant no anger. I just wanted to have a friendly debate. The way you were talking, it felt like you were a bit aggressive, and I can understand you're passionate, but I just wanted to clarify that there's no hate. It was just a it was just a respectful debate about different thoughts and different opinions. That's all it was. So they posted this tweet on Instagram, a photo of it, and then put just to be clear, some of those articles are fake, but Kanye West definitely undermined the struggles of African Americans. That's the problem I have. All these people saying Kanye, like putting the Kanye West tweet about him wanting to be president and then just hating on him. That is the problem I have. The fact that you're saying he's undermining African Americans when so I talked with him in length about this. I talked with him in length, like for so long, maybe like half an hour. But so I just wanted to talk about the points. So like people who don't know much about this can have an idea on the matter. So what my friend was saying was that him supporting Donald Trump, who is homophobic and racist, is kind of undermining black struggle, African American people's struggles. He's kind of undermining that. And what I wanted to say about this is Kanye West, throughout his career, throughout, like, you can check it, like, throughout his career, Kanye West has been working towards empowering African American people. He has even like talked with Trump about prison reforms and criminal justice reforms, which can help poor black people, innocent black people, not get unfair unfair justice, just like unfair treatment. He's worked on that. There is proof, and it's not just like 2 weeks ago, which is what everyone's saying. Like ever since the Black Lives Matter thing, he donated to James Floyd. I mean George Floyd's daughter. He actually donated like I don't remember the amount, but it was a large amount for his daughter's education, which is a great thing. And people are just like, oh, now that it's a big thing, he's talking about it. No, he's been talking about it for years, but he just doesn't speak out about it. He even donated like millions of dollars to criminal justice reform charities. Okay, Madhav's left. Criminal justice reform charities under Kim Kardashian's name, so that he doesn't get he doesn't get all his name and like, oh, Kanye did this. Kanye, he doesn't like to be in the spotlight. That's just who he is as a person. But everyone eventually, and I just wanted to say this, like, this is not confirmed to be a fact, and I do not believe this is true, but um GLC, which is a rapper and one of Kanye's close friends, told an interviewer, in an interview, he told that Kanye actually supported Trump and wore the Make America Great Again hats, the MAGA hats, in order to get closer to the White House and then use his position as friends with the president to help do reforms for him. So what's basically said about this, I don't say this is true. I do not say this is true because there's no proof, but it's been said that. So what this rumor entails is that Kanye has been like, he's just said, screw my public persona. I don't care about that. I just want people to get fair treatment. I want black people to get fair treatment, and by that I can go into this. I do not agree with him supporting Trump. However, I do not support Trump at all. I think I do not agree with any of his policies, and neither does Kanye actually, which is a thing a lot of people misinterpret. Kanye has never agreed with Trump policies. He actually agrees with Bernie Sanders' policies, which is somebody I wholeheartedly agree with. So, like, he is a supporter of Sanders when it comes to policies. But the thing is, the reason he looks up to Trump is Kanye's always wanted to be president to make changes to the United States, for the better or for worse. That's people's opinion. But the reason he looks up to Trump and supports Trump is because Trump never had a political background until the elections. He never did anything political based. He was just a reality TV show host and like an entrepreneur doing stuff like that. But so Kanye is similar to that. Like, he has no political relation. He's famous, but he does not have any political experience. But Trump became president, so Kanye just sees that and was like, "Oh, I can do that too if I worked for it." And that's why he supports Trump. He does not support his policies. Something I wanted to get straight. So people saying, "Oh, another idiot running for America. This is America's last straw." Stuff like that. Please, look. First of all, saying all this isn't going to help the situation. Kanye obviously has mental health issues, and I think the best way of dealing with this sudden want to become president, let him be president, let him go. I don't think he will win by any means, because nobody votes for like, very few people vote for independent independent oh my god, Madhav left again. Independent politicians or participants in the president race. So I don't think he'll win by, like, at all. Like, it's either Trump or Biden. Hopefully Biden, even though I don't agree with Biden. I would have much preferred Bernie Sanders, but what do you do? So I just think leaving Kanye, let him be Kanye. Even in his recent song. I don't want to bring up songs and stuff because we're talking about something serious like politics. But like in a song, he literally said, um, "They're trying to like they're trying to calm me. They don't want Kanye to be Kanye," and that's basically what it's like. Let him do what he wants to. He clearly has like a vision, and obviously he's gonna learn after failing that how to like like his mistakes, and maybe he can go more into politics slowly and become a great president. He could do that. You can't judge him immediately based on incorrect information and random other stuff just because he's famous. He could Ronald Reagan was a famous actor before he became president. I'm not saying he was a good president, but I'm saying he was better than Trump. He actually knew how to be a president. I'm not saying he was a good president. I don't know much enough information to confirm whether he was a good president or a bad president. I know some information, but not too much. But yeah, so don't by just like slamming him down, you're just making his mental health condition be worse and forcing him to take this much more aggressively. It's like pushing somebody down is the best way to make them work harder. So you're basically making your own vision worse of Kanye not winning. So I just wanted to say that. Madhav, do you have any opinion on this? You have been leaving, and I don't know if you have internet problems. I just wanted to hear your opinion on this. Like, what do
It's
you?
internet only.
Yeah. Okay. So you're clear now. What is your opinion on Kanye West trying to run for presidency? I'm not saying whether you are like. What do you think the people's reaction is? Are they like justified in saying that like just slamming down Kanye and screaming shit about him, or do you think like it's unfair? You can just say your opinion. I just want to know. You can even say if you're like in the middle about it. Just say
I didn't
something.
know. I guess it's Yeah, I guess it's unfair because I didn't know about this mental health condition you speak of.
Oh
What's
yeah,
it called? The bipolar thing.
he's been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. A lot of people don't focus on that when they talk about Kanye because that kind of ruins their whole thing. Like Kanye is doing all this. He has bipolar disorder. He has admitted that he has bipolar disorder and has confirmed it. Even his family members have confirmed it that he has bipolar disorder, and he's a man who's gone through a lot. So, like, it's not that surprising for him to have like surprising erratic behavior, but slamming him down and screaming shit at him and shouting at him is not the way to go. That's just my opinion. And another thing I want to talk about, I feel like we're just going to spend all day, it's been like half an hour maybe, we're just going to spend the entire podcast talking about Kanye, but I just want to say one more thing. So, like I said, I was talking with my with the friends, and I was like, um, like I was just like, okay, he supports Trump. That's a huge mistake, and I don't agree with that. But just supporting Trump does not negate the work he's done to help fix the criminal justice and prison system, education system in poorer areas, housing for homeless people, and much more. And my friend said, if he really wants to empower them, have you noticed how he has never talked about Kim Kardashian casually having box braids? And box braids are braids typically like a type of hairstyle typically worn by African people, mostly African women. It also in African Americans, it's a huge part of their culture. And the thing is, so I just wanted to talk about cultural appropriation. This is not based on the Kanye stuff. We eventually had a talk about cultural appropriation, and before I talk about it, I just want to clarify what cultural appropriation is. Cultural appropriation is basically when people of a larger majority of people, like maybe white people, maybe it depends on like in India maybe Hindu people, just giving an example, and in USA white people or Christian people, like that kind of stuff. So when somebody of a culture of a larger majority takes things, takes parts of the culture of a smaller minority and makes it lose all meaning and uses it for themselves, uses it for their own gain. So, um, I don't know many. I don't. I might need to research like good explanations of this to really make it clear what cultural appropriation is. But a lot of it is like people using parts of somebody else's culture, but not like using it inappropriately and misusing it in a way. So, um, I could let me try to find some examples of this. So, yeah, like one example is sports teams using the Native American tribal names or images, like um, the war bonnet. It's pictured here, like this thing. If you are watching the video, you can see it, but it's basically the tribal um, headgear. So that's used in like sports teams for their own profit. It's used for their profit, and I feel like not I like everyone like that is cultural appropriation. They're just using it without the impact of the actual thing. They're not realizing the impact of the actual thing, and it's like um example we can go for religion and stuff like that, fashion. It's like people wearing Indian clothes but not actually like doing it properly, stuff like that, just taking stuff from the culture and not using it properly. So thing is, cultural appropriation, as we go into a more politically correct world, like year by year, cultural appropriation has turned into any any majority using something, some part of a culture of a small minority, even if they are not misusing it. An example is Ariana Grande, who made a song called Seven Rings, and she kind of raps. She has like a trap beat, and she just like, there's like, she basically raps. It's not like proper hip hop, but it's like she took parts of like the new age trap music and used it for own music. Now, in my personal opinion, that is just an artistic vision. And she did not take, like, you can say she took it for profit because that song became very big. But I don't think you can stop a white person from rapping. That just like, sure, yes, it is predominantly an African American part of African American culture. Hip hop is a huge part of the African American culture, but like people can be inspired by it and take it and do their own thing with it. And with the Ariana Grande thing, she did not really do her own thing with it, but like she put like her own type of music and kind of mixed with it. So I don't think it really could be called cultural appropriation. So like cultural appropriation is basically taking something that the culture, like the majority culture, would normally not like because it's associated with the minority and using it for themselves and appropriating it so that people like it again. And I don't think that's what's happening in the Ariana Grande situation. And the thing about the box braids situation, as mentioned earlier by my friend, box braids is has been like a large imagery for slaves, because back in the day slave owners would like, not just slave owners but like the white people. I don't like that term. I don't like white people and black people, but like it's been used so long that it's just ingrained into our minds. These words need to go. White people, black people, yellow people, brown people. I don't like stop those labels. Like you can say where you're from, like African American. You're American, but with some African heritage and stuff like that. That's fine. But like the word black, it's just, I use it also. I'm not saying I don't use it, but I also want to stop using it as much as possible. Anyways, so the white people. Um, so they used to like cut off these braids because they disliked it, and Kim Kardashian has been wearing them at times, and my friend was like, "Why doesn't Kanye talk about it?" Because I don't feel like something like it does have a large impact, but like it's my opinion. I understand that this is not the popular opinion, like because it's related to slavery, and I understand what you might be saying, but I don't feel like unless they're trying to just rip it off and do it all the time. But I feel like sometimes it's just their own like they're inspired, and I don't think you can just scream cultural appropriation and shout at people all the time for it. And I don't think that's right. I don't think that's the way to go. But it's like so like uh, with the box braids thing, I would maybe like I wouldn't just shout at people for doing it, but I wouldn't do it myself if I was a white woman. I mean, Kim Kardashian. I don't think Kim Kardashian's completely white. She has some Armenian heritage or something like that. I'm not sure about that. I should check. I shouldn't just blabble about this. Um, I need to check this. Anyways, so like if I was a white woman, I would personally not do that. But I don't think um I don't think you should be screaming at someone for doing it. That's just my opinion. And Kanye could have a similar opinion or just be like, that's fine. It's just embracing our culture. That's his opinion. So I don't think him not doing that directly means he's racist. He is anti-black. He is not supporting black people. He is undermining the black struggle. I don't think that's what is supposed to do. Also, I am correct. Her father was Armenian American. So yes, she is like slightly Armenian, but mostly American. I don't even remember. I don't even know why I remember the Armenian part, but leave it. So that's all I had to say on this. Again, this is just it's like except for the like cultural appropriation part. Please understand what I'm trying to say. Like the cultural appropriation part is just my opinion, and um, like I understand if you don't agree with it. We can agree to disagree. I'm always fine. And also, if you don't agree, if you want to talk more about this, if you don't agree with this, you can talk in the comments. I would be happy to have a debate, or you can call me. We can have a Zoom chat, like anything. I like debating about stuff like this. I could have a new mindset and learn more about stuff like this. I love debating, and I love doing stuff like that. So don't take this as me trying to make you think the way I'm thinking. No, I understand if you have a different mindset. That's completely fine. That is how humanity is. That's like our brains can think on our own. That's great. That's a great thing. We don't need to follow someone all the time. Um, but the thing about the Kanye part, like, don't just start shouting at him. He is like he isn't. He's better than Trump. Honestly, I know anything's better than Trump, but he is better than Trump. So I don't see why everyone's hating on him. Like understand people are like he's not gonna win, and I understand that. But then again, Trump was said to not win because he had no idea what he was doing, but he did win. It's like we never know. But the worst thing I think you can do is just pull out fake information and um try to attack an African American man who's trying to make it big. He started from scratch. He had nothing. His family was poor. So like you just attacking them kind of makes you racist. I don't agree with that statement, but I'm just saying because people are shouting about how he's a billionaire, but he's not using his money well. There are like 2,500 billionaires, and only 15 people out of them are black. And the white one, the white ones usually don't get much hate. Yes, Jeff Bezos gets like a bit of hate, but it's like I understand Kanye is an erratic person. Like that's his personality. He's very erratic. That's part of his bipolar disorder. Like he just goes all out. He does not think before, like he does not think properly about the repercussions before he says. He just wants to get his thoughts out and push his narrative. And at times that's hailed as a great thing. In like I don't remember which year, but during a hurricane attack or something like that, I don't remember. It was a mass tragedy, and on air he just said loudly in the on live television, he just said George Bush does not care about black people. And back then he was heralded. He was just like, wow, he was brave enough to say this. And when he says something that the majority does not like, he's like, this person's stupid, this person is dumb, throw him away, we don't like him, kick him out of here, he is a horrible person, he is the lowest part of humanity, he is scum. People can have different opinions. I do not agree with Kanye West, but I respect his opinion. I do not agree, but I respect. And I respect the fact that he's running for president. I do not agree with it. That's all I wanted to say. Anyways, this went on for longer than I thought it would. Madhav, you can come back. This has basically become the Ash Kaimal podcast. Madhav, you can come back and we can talk about normal stuff now. Are you even there? You've been changing your name multiple times, so I assume you are there. Yes, you are there.
I.
Aye. Okay. So, let me just talk about our plans for summer
The
vacations.
power of I will compel you.
Yes. What are your
Yes!
what are your plans for summer vacations?
Eat, sleep, eat, ass, repeat.
Nice.
The grind never
Uh,
stops. You already know. I'm goated.
it feels weird to talk about such a serious topic and then move on to what are your plans for vacations? Anyways, I have a lot of shit I need to do, but I'm just so lazy. I
Taking a
just
fat dump
I
right now
really
of fat shit.
like I understand.
There's a
Like
lot of shit.
I'm in 11th. I have a lot of work to do. That's like the whole point. But like, damn, it's like the stress is overwhelming at times. I almost had a mental breakdown in June. June was insane when I had to work for the school program and exams were
Ah,
there
yes.
and MUN was there and I didn't want to back down because that would ruin all their planning. It just felt like I was just like running everywhere, and that's like a thing I often do. Like I've said this to my friends multiple times. I've also said it in my stories, I believe. It's very hard for me to say no. It is almost impossible for me to say no because I this sounds ironic. It sounds hypocritical in a way, but I am a very selfless person. It's not hypocritical, it's just ironic. Like it's not I'm not saying that like as an egotistic way. It's honestly like I am like the bad part of selflessness. Like people like teachers like in kindergarten teachers like, oh, be selfless, never be selfish, be selfless. That is not true. I'm going to tell you right now, that is the worst thing you can do both. It's like help others, that is very important, but also keep some energy for yourself. That is one thing I cannot do. I put out all my energy for other people, and in the end, I won't have anything for myself. And when other people try to help me, don't accept it because I don't want them to waste their energy on me. And it just turns into a vicious cycle of energy not being there for me. And that's the thing. So, like, um i really really could use a break from like life, like where I had no worries in life. I just could sit down, think for some time, like even 2 weeks is fine. Like I'm immediately like I already have KP classes throughout the summer vacation. It's pretty lenient, the class schedule. Like Friday, Monday, and Tuesday I have no classes, and I have like 2.5 hour classes every day except Saturday and Sunday where I have 5 hour classes. Those days are hell, but otherwise it's fine. And then we have holiday homeworks, and KP always has tests, and then I have to work on the big idea, which we are supposed to do today. And ma'am's constantly calling me, even though I'm not the head of it anymore. Ashwin Chaji was supposed to do all that, but like stuff happened. I wasn't really a big part of it, but like I'm the responsible one because, like I said, I'm selfless. I accept all jobs given to me without like ever stating how I really feel about it, and that's a problem with me. That's like a problem I want to fix, but it's very hard. I'll try. Like I'm working on it. Anyways, going back to not serious. Um, what have you like? Have you done anything new during the summer vacations? I know it's only been like 3-4 days, but have you done something like you didn't expect to be doing or something?
Play Minecraft Survival again.
You did not expect that, really? You didn't expect that?
After I got introduced to COD Mobile, I thought I'd see my Xbox again.
Oh, you play COD Mobile. I just don't enjoy Call of Duty overall. It's like
It's fun with friends and on a
see
Zoom
see
call in
see.
the
I
background.
want to talk about this. Every game is fun with friends. Every single game. Fortnite. I hate Fortnite, but it was fun with friends because every game is fun with friends. The same way how every movie is good when you're watching it with friends because you can, even if it's bad, you can make fun of it and like have a fun time with your friends. Everything's good when you're like experiencing it with people you like. So like that does not make the game good. So like that was like like whenever talked like whenever I stated my opinion about Fortnite back when people actually liked Fortnite, um all the answers that I would get from my friends was the same. It's a bad game, but it's fun with friends, so it's not that bad. That's not how it works. Every game is fun with friends. You can play like the worst possible game. Like, I don't know, like there are multiple games which are horrible, but they're fun with friends. So like that statement, like I'm not saying you shouldn't play those games. Like you can play them. The main reason COD Mobile, Fortnite, all that stuff is because you can play them with friends easier because it's free. Um, Me personally, I just bought Rocket League and I've been playing it with Pranith, and it's been fun. And that's actually like an enjoyable game otherwise. So yeah, that's good. Um, but like yeah, so have you been doing anything else like outside games?
Being quoted everywhere.
Okay.
Like, I'm honestly like the best person alive, like right now. Uh,
I wish I had that kind of self confidence. I am the opposite
it's
of
not
that.
confidence. I'm just, the YouTuber I watch, yeah, Joko. You might have heard of him.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm getting all this from him.
I
But
mean, I watch Technoblade and like pretends to be extremely egotistic, but I can't do it. I just can't do it. Like even as a joke, I can't just be like, "Oh, I'm the greatest person alive." Like you guys should learn from me. Like I could do it as a joke just to like annoy my friends, but I couldn't be like even like I couldn't like talk about it in a serious way. Like I would just burst out laughing because it just sounds dumb. That's just me again. So you haven't been
on
doing
that king
anything?
shit,
You
grind.
haven't been doing anything other than study stuff, like all your homework stuff and games?
No.
Interesting. So like,
Well, I did achieve something amusing, but I can't really speak about it here.
oh yes, oh yes. I wish we could talk about it, but obviously no. Like,
I don't
it's in
want
me.
to
Yeah.
say.
I understand why. You've told me, and I understand why you want to just like not talk about it, and I appreciate it. But it would have been interesting to hear more about. Maybe after recording, I just want to talk to you about it. But anyways, leave that. I've been playing a lot of games. Like I said, I've been playing Rocket League, playing a lot of Breath of the Wild because I still haven't finished that game. Mm, So
Still, it's
yes,
been like 3 years.
okay. I want to clarify this. I really want to clarify this. It technically has not been 3 years.
Did you get your Switch in
Wait.
2017?
I did get my Switch in 2017 and I started Breath of the Wild as soon as I got my Switch. However,
Yeah.
at the start of probably 2019, I'm pretty sure I don't remember. It's either late 2018 or mm, early 2019. At some point, my Switch had a lot of issues. And yeah,
I remember this.
I've told you this, and I gave it, and this is I don't know if I should talk about like the entire story because I might get screwed over by Carrefour or Carrefour. Um, I might get screwed, but screw it. I don't think they'll be watching. And if Carrefour happens to watch this maybe like 10 years later, I'm sorry. Um, it was a very personal situation. So I basically what happens is I so I bought the Switch from Carrefour. I go there with my dad and we asked for repair. So like we had a warranty, 1 year warranty. On yeah, so it is early 2018, I think, because no, it was 2 year warranty. So it was probably like late 2018, early 2019, sometime then. So I go there. I tell we tell the customer service person like this has the problems, we list it down and we give it to them. 2 weeks later they're just like, we can't fix this, we'll just give you back the money and you can buy a new Switch. The problem with that, so like I packed up the entire thing, but the thing was the bundle we bought, they were giving the refund for the bundle, and the bundle I bought was with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I was like, okay, I'll just buy the game again. It's like I'll lose all my progress, but no big deal. I go to Carrefour, like we go inside and check out the bundles. None of them have Breath of the Wild in it. I check the games, like alone games. Breath of the Wild is sold out. It's gone. So eventually, I just kept Breath of the Wild, which was worth like it was maybe 250 to 300 dirhams. So I kind of scammed them off that. So I kept Breath of the Wild, just gave them the Switch box. They didn't notice the Breath of the Wild thing. Just gave them that, and they bought another Switch bundle with the same money, with a bag, with like a carrying bag, and another game. So I basically finessed Carrefour and got an extra game and a bag. And like a couple days later, they called my dad, and my dad just like, oh, let me see about it, and cut the phone and just never picked up again. So like, I don't think I can ever go to customer service at Carrefour ever again because of that. It's just I can't. But and anybody who's going to Carrefour, please don't mention my name. They might check the database and screw me over. Anyways, so yeah, because of that, I haven't like my at that time my all my data got reset because the Switch doesn't have cloud data. It only has when if you bought online, and at that time online wasn't available. Like they didn't release online, so I like there was no cloud save data, so I had to restart. Anyways, moving back to the present. So after that, like because I was frustrated in having to redo everything, even though it's my favorite game of all time, I had to redo everything. So I kind of lost interest and went on to some other games which were new to me. But eventually now I started getting back into the game. It's a great game. If you could buy a Switch, or if you already have a Switch, if you already have a Switch, you definitely have that game. That's like the must-buy game of the Switch. But like if you don't have a Switch, buy a Switch if it's possible. And the number one game you should buy is Zelda, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Amazing game, gorgeous, fantastic visuals, fantastic gameplay. Um, it's just beautiful. The game is absolutely amazing. Anyways, I've been playing Rocket League. Um, I've been doing a bit of music. Like I've been doing a lot of music, but like I've been doing that before as well, so that wasn't new. And the new thing I did was writing. I'm writing a short story currently. I even posted it on Twitter, and Madhav actually saw this. I don't know if he's gonna come out of mute and talk about it because he was kind of confused about it. Madhav, do you want me to explain what that was about? I don't even know if you're here anymore. Yes, you are here. Madhav, I cannot hear anything you're saying. Oh god,
because I'm not saying
okay,
anything.
okay. Okay, okay, that's great. So do you want me to explain what that's about?
What? The last leaf.
Yes, the last sleep.
What on earth is this?
So in the vacation, like I had this idea like back in May, and I talked to Varun about it also, and like I just left it aside, and like
Check out the new short film Icarus by Varun Menon. Link in the description below.
oh yeah, watch that video. I'll put that link in the description. Why not? Also watch Sick, my music video directed by Varun, edited by
Now
Varun.
out
Great.
on Cast IMO.
Spotify, and nothing else because there was an error. But anyways, so I'll talk about what the last leaf is. So um, so like when the summer vacation started, I was like, oh, the idea. So basically, I'll explain the idea. The idea is the project that I'm making, like the music project, Project Animus. I really need to reveal the name because it's getting really annoying to keep saying Project Animus, and people actually think that's the name. No,
Project
um,
Anus.
Madhav, don't mention it. I'm not sure when
Oh
I'll
shit.
reveal it. Um, I'm not sure when I'll reveal the name of the project, but anyways, so Animus. So it's a very conceptual project. It has like a lot of in like intertwined stories and like connections and stuff, and like I had an entire idea about it, so I was like, you know what, in order to like make people understand it a bit better, I can make a short film about like just kind of like an introduction to it and like kind of explains some stuff about it. And unfortunately, because of corona, like I don't want to delay the album indefinitely. I don't want to delay it just for this like one um short film. So I decided, you know what? I used to write a lot of stories when I was young. I actually wrote like a really interesting like fantasy story. Like I wrote a proper novel, and it was insane. I don't know where it is. If I don't I think I threw it away, but I remember a lot of the story. It I might talk about it in one of the PongalCast episodes because it is what I wrote it when I was in grade 2 or grade 3. I don't remember exactly. But no, Madhav, this is going on Spotify. I might get sued.
Oh.
Madhav, please. Anyways, so I
Can I
guess
do
you
screen sharing, please?
no,
Please.
no. I know you're gonna do. I know what you're gonna show.
What?
Wait, is it the thing which you played right now? The
No.
okay, I still don't care. Why is you do realize that the podcast can see this, right? So what do you want to screen share? I don't trust you, Madhav. Madhav, please, Madhav, please, Madhav, don't put music, Madhav. You don't realize how
Wait,
screwed
this
up it
is
can.
yeah.
You do not realize how messed up my life can become because of this.
Wait,
Thankfully, because it's only a few seconds, I don't
did
think
I
it'll
put
be that
Alan
bad.
Walker Spectre
Don't
here?
put anything. That's
It's no copyright sounds.
the thing is, they don't know, they need to run multiple checks through it to make sure it's not copyright, and it can delay the podcast, and I don't want that to happen. So it's much better if we don't do it. And what will the podcast benefit from you playing Alan Walker Spectre ear rape? Okay, guys, Google
Vibe City.
Alan Walker Spectre ear rape on YouTube. Google that on YouTube and listen to it because Madhav told you to. I'm not gonna let him do it on the podcast. Anyways, since I've been writing for a long time, I was just like, why not I write the story of the short film? And eventually, I found out this is a much better idea because I am able to encapsulate all my thoughts and my emotions about this into the story. I'm having a character. His name's Daniel Dallas. There's a reason for that name. If you can find it, that's cool. Um, there's like there is an underlying meaning on why that name is so specific, Daniel Dallas. Um, but anyways, moving on. So I decided to write a story about it, connecting a lot of ideas in the song and making it make more sense, and just to like as a complementary story to this. It's not so like the songs aren't soundtracks to the story, and the story isn't the story of the songs. They're two different things. They're complementary. So like they're different things, but like they're connected. They're not like connected directly, but like it's just to help some connect some stuff. So whatever's happening in the story does not have to be what's happening in um, the music. So yeah, Madhav left again. He's been having mad internet issues. Hopefully next PongalCast this won't happen as much. And I think it's time for us to stop the podcast. It's 10 o'clock. And I need to study chemistry because I have to write a retest. Anyways, okay, hopefully Madhav can come back for the outro. Madhav, we are wasting time. Long time, long time. Anyways, okay, we'll leave Madhav. Okay, Madhav came. Thanks for listening to PongalCast. If you liked it, just share your support in the comment section below. If you won't give a like, I'm not gonna force you guys to live a life and oh, if we hit 100 likes, I'll post my nudes. No, I don't care. No, oh my god, Madhav, no songs. I'm telling you, no songs. Madhav, I'm gonna kick you out. I'm gonna kick you out. I swear to God, Madhav. Okay, Madhav's just playing songs over songs. I'll get screwed. Ma- also, my song. I'm pretty sure my song is copyrighted. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm the one using it. Anyways, yeah, let's move on. Um, thanks for listening to the podcast. If you enjoyed it, leave a like on if it's on Spotify, and leave a like if it's on YouTube, just to show us how many of you really liked it. Um, okay, I'm just telling Mother to stop playing songs, and then I'm gonna bring him back in. Um, anyways, leave comments on what you want us to do. It'll be great. Also, we're looking for some guest speakers, not speakers, like just some guests for the podcast. It'll be interesting to talk with someone else, and you can, if you're interested, you can message me. You can tell me personally. Send me a message on my Instagram or WhatsApp, whatever you want, and just tell me if you're interested in coming to the podcast. We're fine. Like we would like
I'm
for everyone to be there. Okay, Madhav, what do you want to say? Madhav, your
just about
internet is trash.
to leave
We
this
cannot hear.
guest
I cannot hear
number on
anything.
my
I cannot hear
list.
anything, Madhav. I can hear absolutely nothing. Next time, please go to your living room and do it. Like, I cannot hear anything right now. Like, even when, like, I know you're not saying anything right now specifically, but okay, now it's clear. Yeah, what were you saying? Month of silent. Anyways, thanks for listening to the podcast. It's been great. If you want to give us some ideas on what we should do next, please put them down below in the comments or message me on Instagram. And also, if you want to be a guest and talk about some stuff with us, come on. It's like, as long as we're cool, like all three of us know each other, and like we're fine with talking, it'll be fun, and I assure you we will have some fun time. And yeah, Madhav, do you have anything to say? I'm guessing he has nothing to say. He's just being quiet. Okay. Bye.